Out inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football. Jacksonville Jaguars. That's fielded in the end zone. 3, make it the 24-yard line. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with it.
Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Anthony Barr able to drop him for a loss of 4. Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early second and long. On second down, here's Boyles. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On third and long, it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Escaping the print. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Here we go. Shoot. Nathan.
Second down, Cousins. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here, game of inches.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. Third down conversion here is big.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Go ahead.
Again, it's Cook. Down to the 25. Calais Campbell on the stop.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On third down, Cousins. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Malik Jackson in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. And Forbath will put this one through, and the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Out comes the Jack. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
They want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And all the way down to the 29. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 44 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. On 1st down, Bortles. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Linval Joseph able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Bortles now on the option left side. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll bring up 4th down. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On the carry, it's Cook. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. There for the tackle, Blair Brown.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Complete to Wright. And he'll be down deep into Jacksonville territory. A big play there for Minnesota. 54 yards. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. 1st and 10 at the 19. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
A 2nd down throw for Cousins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's right. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Malik Jackson in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And fullback will put this one through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. We've got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. From the right side, caught by Moncrief. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down. From midfield, here's Bortles. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And he doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Calais Campbell in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Sacks, a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long.
Black. Let's go.
Cousins now on 2nd down. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. The Vikings on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Hey, Flipper!
To throw is Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malik Jackson able to disrupt yet another pass play, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. Right? In baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Run left.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They pitch it out to Cook. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now Cousins. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 15. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Bortles. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Bortles to the former Jet Seferian-Jenkins for the Jags' first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Bortles now on first down. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Everson Griffin able to get him for a loss of about 3. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hey, let's go. Trips left, trips left.
From the gun, it's Bortles. The open man is Westbrook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, particularly running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Let's go, let's go.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags.
Green 80. Green 80. You. Green set.
Shotgun now for Bortles. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Cousins on first down. Trying for White, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back.
Here we go.
I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Here we go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Bortles now to throw. Completes it to Moncrief left side. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will knot things up here late in the first half. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
And now out comes Minnesota. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now a second down throw for Cousins. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. All even through one half of football as we get back underway in quarter number 3. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Second half starts with a run by Murray. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. On play action, Cousins going deep for Diggs. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
On third down, Cousins. He's going to fire one deep up, trying for right, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Here we go, here we go.
On second down, here's Morris. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Everson Griffin in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Following the sack, third and long for Bortles and the Jags. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Linval Joseph in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. We have not seen much on offense from either side these last few drives. It has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. And right with it here, over the middle. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've here it's 3rd and 1.
Wide.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 26. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're very deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school, I can do this, until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Here we go.
They get it to him running left. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Here's 4th down. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal.
That was a statement stop right there. Now it forces the opposing head coach to answer this question. What do you do on 4th down?
And Lambeau will put this one through, and they take the lead here as it's now 9-6. All 9 points for them coming via the field goal, and this last one puts them out in front.
All the field goals are great. But you know I'm going to get pessimistic here, right? Because you've got to score touchdowns to win games in the NFL. I just wonder if all these field goals, great now, I wonder if they'll come back and haunt them later on.
And now out comes Minnesota. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Off the play fake, Cousins. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
The Vikings on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Linval Joseph getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. As bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Throwing is Bortles. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. But pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And he's going to get this one all the way up past the 20-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Cousins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. 1st down. Here's Cousins. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A gain of 32 that time. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
A 1st down throw for Cousins. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Cousins now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here we go.
2nd down, Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he'll go down at the 28. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And some room to work. And they're running right through it. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal.
Hey, we're good, we're good.
Oh, how about this on first and goal? It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
4 down.
Cousins now on second down. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Calais Campbell in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long.
We're going. We're going. Let's go. Line out.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the connection, but not enough. 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And fullback will put this one through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, they started that drive all the way back at the 1, able to march down, get 3.
It was daunting to begin with, wasn't it? But I thought overall, a very poised and efficient drive to get 3 points.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They begin with a run by Fournette, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
380.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's got Moncrief. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. Bortles now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10. Bortles now on first down. Now they go straight. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. from Viking territory now. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Fournette, a first down carry. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this.
Let's go.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Bortles. And Paul has it. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down to that set. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They come up in an offset eye. Now Bortles. That's caught at the 2. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. And he puts it through. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He'll find Thielen, work in the middle. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. He's back to throw. It's complete to LeBron Treadwell. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Cousins able to connect with Treadwell for a Minnesota first. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. DJ Hayden right there on the coverage. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Wide. Here we go.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed him. Instead, second down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. They'll look to throw. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1. It's tempting to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Back to throw, Bortles. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Bortles to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far, and that is incomplete. Keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here, a first down blitz.
You know you can get burned on it big time if they pick it up, but in this situation, they brought the blitz, put some pressure on the QB, and he wasn't able to complete a pass downfield.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Bortles will try again on 2nd down. Moncrief brings it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 32 that time. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. A first down carry now for Yeldon. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. Caught. Severian Jenkins, right side. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And room there to work it inside the 25. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. This is caught, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.